Welcome to You Don't Know, because you may think you know, but you don't know. On today's episode, we'll be talking about Pokemon. Okay, so let's start with Pokemon. Start off as a video game, red and blue.
Mm-hmm. Who
Can
was your
we
first Pokemon?
can we agree that I picked Bulbasaur only because the gym Brock's gym, it was good against the rock type.
And he was good for the second one too against Misty Cerulean.
Yes, exactly. And also like I think he was kind of like like when he like finally evolved, he was kind of like a tank where like he could take a few hits where you know what I mean? Like he wasn't easily knocked out, Venusaur. Um, but yeah, I did want Charmander because like Charizard was a cool one, but it was difficult. Um, but can we just also admit that the first game was kind of garbage? Like
Yeah.
like first of all, okay, I don't know, like I don't like some people like the challenge of training and like RPG and like I like Final Fantasy and everything, but I didn't like that I would have to switch out a Pokemon. Like I'd put something in the front just to level it up and then switch it. Like Magic Card,
Yeah.
having it come out every time, and then
Mhm.
like 10 hours later, it finally evolved. It's like that part I found annoying. Where it's like, okay, I would have like my starter be significantly higher level than all my other Pokemon, and then at the end you're trying to grind, or when you get to a gym where like your starter isn't good, then you have to like grind, which I found annoying. Um,
Yeah. I also didn't like the fact that it's like a lot of times your one Pokemon could do it all. Like I felt like a need, like, oh, I feel bad for this Pokemon. Let me train it. But it's like, oh, but my Blastoise can defeat all this. Why am I even bothering with this?
yeah, that's true too. And also I remember who was it? Oh, it was Lieutenant Surge, the electric gym.
Yeah.
It's like you caught a Diglett and he just like and you didn't have to train this Diglett. You just caught it from the cave before you got to the city, and the Diglett just like took it down like no big deal, regardless of what level the Pokemon was on. And then you're like, okay, back to using my starter Pokemon. Um,
Yeah. No, and Diglett, I remember too, was kind of cheap because you could do that like underground
the
thing where it
dig
just
move,
you would
yes.
never get hurt. And it was just like, well, let me just keep going with this.
Yes, and also I feel like Diglett was like strong against everyone. Where it's like I don't even know what your weak like, or I don't know what was strong against ground. Like what wouldn't be effective against Dig because it seems like kind of one shot everyone.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
think he eventually learned Earthquake or something too. No,
maybe.
I agree. The first game wasn't, what have they gotten that much better?
Okay, but okay, people complain about like the first or like the current games where like the XP share you get it right away, so like all your Pokemon level up
Mhm.
really quickly. I like that. It's like I don't like I don't know, like maybe I just don't
No.
like a challenge. I do I don't know. Like if the story's good, I shouldn't have to spend time grinding a Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I get that. I just feel like they could do so much more, but they know they're going to sell regardless, so they don't need to. Because even the story, they could do. I know, I completely agree. I like the experience share. I think that's great, but I feel like you could do more with the story. Sometimes the
Okay, but
story.
also like the first game didn't really have a story. It's like,
Oh, I know, but that was the first game. We can like that's what I'm saying. The first game, like, good on you for making a success. You made it big. Like, you had a great
okay,
idea.
what was the second game? Silver.
Silver and gold, yeah.
With
There's no.
that little redhead.
Yeah, you had rival again. That was it.
But I feel like Team Rocket came back or something. There was some sort of plot, wasn't there?
Maybe. I feel like there wasn't much of one.
No.
I felt like in which one was it? I think it was Black and White. I think that one had a bit of a plot because it was like the whole entire idea of like should Pokemon be trained and like the bad guys wanted to let all the Pokemon be free, I think.
Yeah, and then even like Omega or Ruby and Sapphire, like it was like, oh, we need to like save the ocean, or we need to say like it was like kind of like an environmental thing where I'm like, oh, I kind of get that.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I also feel like I don't like when I start a Pokemon game, like, especially like when I started like Sword. Did you play Sword and Shield, by the way?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, like okay, whatever game, like even Black and White, you started
Yeah.
and you're like, is this Pokemon good? Like, should I waste my should I spend
Oh,
time?
but
Should
I
I spend
like
no,
that.
because then you end up get stuck with a dud where you're like, oh,
No, I
uh,
didn't like when I had already my because obviously a lot of people, myself included, you really like those original starters, like you like
yes.
Charmander Squirtle. So when you get those, you feel so like I'm gonna keep them, but then it's like okay, then you're never gonna explore these new Pokemon. Who
But
cares?
then, but then sometimes you spend time like, and it's like you find out like, oh, the Shuckle doesn't evolve. It's just a fucking turd. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
the journey, though.
no, that's
That's actually
annoying. It's like
exciting.
tell me, get these Pokemon, train these Pokemon, and you'll be okay. Like that's what I want to
No,
know.
because then it's not. I like that. Actually, I felt like those were the games I enjoyed more, where it was like all new Pokemon. Where because I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, oh, it sucks, but it's so easy to train up your new Pokemon, so I don't even feel anything when it's like,
But
oh,
then what if you're like like at the beginning you catch a Rattata or whatever and thinking that oh this is a good Pokemon or whatever the equivalent is in whatever game,
yeah,
only to realize like oh like the only reason you encounter it at the beginning is because it's a throwaway Pokemon. Like you know what I mean? Because that's the thing too, like when I was building my team, I was always like, okay, well as soon as I get to the next city, there'll probably be like a better Pokemon in the field there. So it's like I didn't want to fill my team too quickly.
yeah.
Although I do remember in the original I did grind Caterpie to Butterfree, and say what you want about that. Like that was a strong
Oh
Pokemon.
yeah.
Like when it learned confusion and like the psychic attacks, like
And it was only like level 10 or something. It was
it was
great. Like
crazy. Yeah.
yeah,
And actually that was also good against the first gym, Brock's gym. Like it was weak
yeah.
against electric. But yeah, like I found I don't know. I feel like Pokemon like now like after playing Sword and Shield and also the DLCs I paid for too, which I kind of regret because it's kind of like it didn't expand the story. It wasn't worth. I forget how much I paid for it, but like I pretty much paid for the game again. Like I think for both
Mhm,
DLCs, like, it worked out to being like $70 or whatever. So I feel
mhm.
like maybe it was half that, maybe it was 30. No, whatever it was, doesn't matter. I feel like it was like one island. So you go to like there's two DLCs, but you go to two different islands, and it's like maybe 2 hours tops for the story of that island. And it's really just like, oh, now go catch these new Pokemon that exist or that weren't in the previous Pokedex sort of thing.
Mhm.
So like I felt like it was kind of like okay, you have a cash cow and that you
Yeah.
can put anything, and they're remaking Diamond and Pearl, so um I will probably buy it still, but still, I feel like that too. It's just kind of like
Mm,
stop, like put some effort into this. You know what I mean?
mm.
But okay, and that's another thing too. Is like with all these legendaries, it's like okay, like that story's like anytime there's a legendary involved, that story's garbage. With the exception of the first one where it's like the birds and Mewtwo, where it's like okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense that I'm catching this, but it's like well, why am I catching a Pokemon God? Or why okay, this Pokemon controls time and space and I just caught it. So like you know what I mean? Like it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It's like
Uh,
yes. But the TV show I remember used to like upset me a lot too because Ash was garbage. I haven't
oh,
watched
yeah.
any. I haven't watched any of the new series. Although I did watch some of Sun and Moon. Um,
Mm.
but like he's still garbage. It's like he'll send like yeah like obviously this Pokemon's weak. I get like do like what are you doing and then the
Uh,
Pokemon get knocked out and it's like that's why I don't blame Charizard for being like a dick to him. Where it's like I wouldn't have respect for this guy either.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, I agree. And I feel like poor Pikachu, every time get thrown out, it's like oh.
Yeah. That's
Um,
funny.
but I did enjoy the show. Like at least the first. I haven't kept up with them, but like the first one was good. Like the first and the second arc, I thought they were really good and entertaining. I liked how in the first one, at the end, in the when he's facing the league, he actually he loses, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
yeah. I thought that was good.
I
Like
thought that was garbage. I was like, your entire point was to be a Pokemon master, and you
I know,
didn't
but
do
it's just
it.
like, it's a little bit, it was a little unexpected. Again, it's like, okay, is he gonna win everything? This kid who again still throws
Also, he didn't
Pikachu and
really win.
everything.
Okay. Brock, he cheated with the water and the electric thing, which remember he made the sprinkler go off on Onyx and then Pikachu electric.
Hmm.
That's how
Yeah,
he
yeah.
won. Misty, I forget what the story was, but felt
I
sorry
feel
for
like he
him.
more or less like
He
helped him.
felt sorry
Yeah.
for him and gave him a badge anyways, even though he didn't really win it.
Hmm.
And then Sabrina, the psychic, like Ghastly started making her laugh or whatever. So then she gave him a badge. But also he didn't catch Ghastly. Ghastly just came from the outside and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but he helped her with her emotional trauma, so
whatever. I just feel like a lot of people just took pity on him, just said, "Here, take a
Yeah.
badge, like go on." And that's probably why he didn't win because like you don't have any talent. So,
Well, that's what I mean. That's why it was realistic. Like you expected him to win. It was like, nope, no.
but then
Like,
it's like, why am I rooting for you? It's like you know what I mean. It's like, why am I rooting? Like if you're like
because he
seeing,
keeps trying.
I don't know. I feel like Brock or Misty could have been like, "Let me show you how it's done."
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. I didn't like I like the nostalgia of Pokemon, and I'm sure like back then when I first watched it, like I was much more hyped into it. But
Mhm.
like now looking back, I kind of think like, oh, why did I think this was okay? Oh, do you remember Pika Blue? When everyone, what's his name, Meryl or
Oh
and
yeah.
everyone's ever like it's just it was like released in like online. It was like that's like the first like urban legend or
Yeah.
like where it's like oh this is a Pika Blue like it's a new evolution of or a baby Pikachu or something like that. And then
Mhm.
it just turns out to be completely random, unrelated to Pikachu Pokemon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember all the internet was a buzz of who's this Pokemon. Um,
Yeah.
and then that just turned out to be just some random Pokemon that which isn't even that good.
No. But
Yeah.
it was good. And like, I mean, no, I don't think now objectively it's actually that great. Like it's fine, obviously, but there is a lot of nostalgia. I think like the show for a kid is good, but it's not, I mean, I like it because it was kind of like a gateway into anime too.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, and man, those trading cards.
Oh yeah. Also it's like I'm surprised that hasn't busted yet. Like they're still going for like 100K or whatever, like a shiny shard Charizard or whatever. It's like
Yeah, but you need that first
but
edition.
it's kind of like Beanie Babies where I'm like, there's no value to this. You know what I mean? And like Beanie Babies were the same thing too, but it's like and like but they crash, like they're not worth anything. But it's
Yeah.
like, what how come Pokemon still has this? First of all, who's paying 100,000 for you know what I mean? Like, but yes. But there's also the fake Pokemon cards too, or the knockoffs.
Purple
The
backing. Yeah.
purple backing, yes. Um,
Yeah.
yes. But I think you can still buy them at the dollars. Oh, Target. A lot of places stopped carrying Pokemon cards because people were fighting over it. They were like bras, like yeah, in the aisle, people were like getting into fights over it because I think it picked up a craze because I think maybe people are like everyone's online right now. So or sorry, everyone's working from home right now. So like I think everyone's looking for something to distract themselves. So I think Pokemon cards are making a comeback or a return. But yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't like they're selling out and like even like McDonald's had a limited
Oh, I
edition.
heard about that. That the Happy Meals are all sold out, and it's all adults like stealing these poor
Yeah,
kids.
yes. But at the same time, I did check my local McDonald's if they were doing it, um, but they didn't have it. But I was like, if they did, I would do it once just to see what I would have
Yeah,
gotten. But I wouldn't be like staking it out or
I
maxing
heard
out
there was
whatever.
a limit. I think it
Yeah,
was like a limit of four. And it's like, come on, people.
yeah. I don't know, but but I also think I also wonder like with the Pokemon collectors and stuff, like if people are just buying the cards because not that they're fans or have nostalgia for it, but they see the value where it's like, oh, if I go to Target and get this pack, I know there's a chance I could like double my money or you know what I mean? Like they're doing it as a business versus a passion that like a true fan. Where I think if you and I were to buy a Pokemon pack of cards, we would enjoy it for the nostalgia. We would know what the Pokemon art is. Where someone else, like a lot of people just buy and just go online and be like, who is this guy and how much is it worth? And then put it online and sell it sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's something with McDonald's where I think people are doing it for the money as opposed to like, oh, I love Pokemon. I really want it. It's more like, oh, I know these are like gonna sell and be worth something. So
Although I feel
um
like that's so dumb because like a lot of these things they do, and like Beanie Babies, aren't they worth nothing now? Like,
but it's also been like 25 years now. And like the Pokemon is like still is I actually yeah, like I think it's like yeah, like one of the biggest empires there is.
I guess. Although I feel like maybe I'm wrong. I've never looked into this, but aren't recent things probably not worth as much? Because the way I see it, it's kind of like, like that first like action comic is worth a lot, or the first Walking Dead comic's worth a lot. People didn't know they had a hit on their hands. And now it's like if you're to buy a Walking Dead comic, you aren't going to make money off that. But
No, but I think like even with the new packs, like there is that still rare shiny of like
Okay.
one in a. But you're right. I think the original is obviously a lot because you can't buy those packs anymore. It's like they're probably worth a lot more. But even the current packs, still like encountering a shiny in the game where it's like it's still rare to get a shiny card, or especially if it's like
Mhm.
a popular like a
Yeah.
legendary card. So
No, fair enough. And I mean, at the rate it's going, I mean, Pokemon probably will last another 25 years. So the card you get today will eventually something to someone, maybe.
yeah, and I hate to say it, I'll still be buying Pokemon games because there is something nostalgic about where like I buy it and I like people are always like, oh, why don't you play Mario Kart on your Switch or do it like all these different it's
Yeah.
like because I don't want I just want something that I can like cuddle up to and like get closure and like feel comfort.
No, I
So
get
like I feel
that.
like Pokemon's like I know I'm spending $80 for maybe a 4 hour game at most.
Hmm.
But during that time I feel safe. You know what I mean? There's no comfort, even though these are all new Pokemon where I'm like, I have no idea what's good or bad or like
Hmm.
whatever, but it's like there's still some comfort of like being around that world of Pokemon where it's like, okay, there's nostalgic in here, and I'd rather spend $80 on a Pokemon game than Breath of the Wild that will take me 10 like 100 hours to finish sort of thing. Um, yeah, like I do see that. So like I probably like I definitely will buy the new Pearl and Diamond or one of them when they come out.
Yeah.
But what was the last Pokemon game you played?
The last one was Sun and Moon. Yeah.
Oh, that's been a
One.
while.
Isn't that just one before? I think it
But that's
is.
not it.
Yeah, it is just one Oh, sorry. No, I played Let's Go. Let's Go Pikachu.
Eevee. Oh,
No, I didn't buy it. That's why. I would have we borrowed it from a friend and literally I was like, why'd you get Let's Go Pikachu and instead of Let's Go Eevee? Come on, get it
yeah.
together. But yeah. I played that one. I did like the fact that you could see the Pokemon in the wild.
Yes, I did enjoy that.
That was
Uh,
kind of cool. It was a bit of a different experience, like the actual throwing them.
Well, and if you're into shiny hunting, it was like a really easy way. Like
Mhm.
it was really common or like easier to get because you just kept going back and forth and you didn't have to have random encounters and stuff. So
Yeah.
yes, it was easier to see the shiny Pokemon. But also, what was interesting about that game too is that you could catch the legendaries twice. Like not Mewtwo, but like Articuno and Zapdos and Moltres. You would catch them at whatever location they're in, but then you'd also see them in the wild sometimes too.
Oh, I don't think I ever encountered that, but
Well, now
interesting
you
to
know.
know. Yeah.
Yes. But are you
Um,
gonna get the new Diamond and Pearl? Did you play the original Diamond and Pearl?
no, I didn't. I didn't play that one, so I feel like I might. I feel like there's a good chance.
Okay, I did play Diamond and Pearl. And wait, what did I play? I played Pearl. No, Diamond.
Who are the starters? Can you remind me?
What is
Uh
it?
Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup.
Oh, yes. Um,
Yeah.
that game, I feel like it had too much story. And I got like to the point where like I'm just trying to get my gym badge and like go to the league. It's like leave me alone. But then yeah, I feel like I kept dragging out the story where I'm like, okay, where am I? Like how many badges do I have? Like I don't like what's the maximum level I can raise my Pokemon right now? And then I also found that it was too there was like one part that was like really annoying. It just like a lot of walking where I'm like, this isn't a good area. This is like a terrible area. Oh, it was snowing. That's what it was. And he kept diving into the snow and had to like spin around to get out of it. I hated that. I hated it. And also, I think it was the last game that had HM moves where you'd have to have that HM slave to just like give the moves.
Oh, that
No,
was the worst too. I forgot
yes,
about that.
yes. Another thing is like, why couldn't you just make the moves good? Like cut or rock throw or whatever. But and also what I hate about that game was that you had surf, then waterfall, then whirlpool. So it's like you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so I'm gonna give this guy three HMs like that are all the same move pretty much, and also
Yeah.
like the same attack or whatever. And that's like it's like this is garbage. Like just let me go to the league. And that's everything too that especially in Diamond, was that going through Victory Road, you had to have like an HM slave on your thing to get to the league. So it's like you couldn't
Mhm.
even train up all your Pokemon because you had that one that was just there to use waterfall or use cut. Oh, and also yeah, so you had to use surf, waterfall, uh rock push or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and then there was another one that was like climb, like I forget what it was called, but basically allowed you to climb up the walls.
Wow.
Yeah, rock climb. That's what it's called, rock climb. So it's like yeah, so it's like I felt like there's too many HM moves required to get from the victory road to the thing where I'm like, okay, this is where I should get my A team together and train them to when I get to the league. But I felt like I couldn't really do that because I had these useless Pokemon that I was just going to switch out when I got to my PC. So I found that annoying. Um, but if you had to choose your favorite Pokemon, what would be your favorite Pokemon?
Squirtle.
Why?
Squirtle is number one. I love Squirtle. And all of its evolutions. I do like Wartortle and Blastoise, but Squirtle, yeah, that was my first starter. But not just that, I really love it. My other one's Eevee, although Eevee got a bit complicated.
It did get complicated. Do you
But I
play
like Eevee a lot.
do you play Pokemon Go?
No, Rick does, and a lot of times when he goes through phases of if he plays or doesn't, and then when he's going through a phase, I'm responsible for driving all the time, so he can just the whole charge. And like sometimes he'll drive, and then he'll see me because I'll go on his phone then to play it while he's driving, and it's just he's like, "What are you trying to fill my bag up with? What is the trash? What are you getting?" And it's like,
Yeah, so I went through a phase with it too, where like I was playing, especially during the start of the pandemic, I was kind of playing, and it wasn't like I said, like I know Pokemon, I like Pokemon, but like I was doing it more so just because I was like bored. So I'm like, okay, there's nothing else to do, so let me open up this, and then I find that yeah, your bag gets filled up too quickly,
mm-hmm.
and also listen, I'm not completely against the pay to play model,
Yeah.
but if you look at it, the pricing doesn't make sense. Actually, let's do this right now. 100 Pokemon coins for 99 cents 12 times, which would give me 1,200 Poke coins. It would be 11.98. Or I can do the bundle pack for 1,200 and pay 13.99. So I'm now paying an extra $2.
You're wrong. There's no way.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Here, I'll just send you the picture.
That seems weird. Like, how would you do that? That's not incentive.
No, exactly. So, but the thing is, like, people get scammed because they always think like, oh, the bundle is a better deal, or at the very least, an equal deal. And the truth is, like, I did get conned, and I was like, because like I did pay that, and I was like, wait a minute, do I know math? This doesn't make sense. So the only time it becomes a value is when you go to the absolute like the total for like 130 or 140, then you save money again. But everything in between, the 500, the 1,200,
Oh my
25,
gosh. Yeah,
25.
even 550. Why is that?
But then,
I
so then
don't
it's like
get it.
exactly. So it's like, and it's not just Canadians, like the US, like whatever their pricing is, it works out to be the same thing where it's you're better off paying the 100 5 times or 12 times to get 1,200 coins. So it's like, I don't like,
Weird.
and this game's been around for so long, they still haven't fixed that. And like, it's not like I'm the first person to tell you people this. It's like no one, like people have raised this point, and yet they've never decided to update their pricing. Because I'm nothing against the pay to play model,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like make it convenient for me. I'm not going to pay like 12 times to get 1,200 coins.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I did pay once or twice, and I've just like upgrade my bag because I found that like the items like your bag gets filled up so quickly and then I just start like deleting, like throwing away pokeballs. So I'm like, okay, get them from gifts
Yeah.
or like from the pokestops anyways. Like I will never run out of pokeballs or even like the max revives or potions. It's like, okay, I don't really PvP for like a like like I don't need these items. So
Mm-hmm.
um but yeah, and like yeah, I haven't done that, but I do find that it is good for the legendaries. You can catch it and then you can transfer it to your Pokemon home app, and then you can bring it into the games like your Nintendo Switch games. So
Mm-hmm.
so keep that in mind next time you play a Pokemon game. Okay, we talked about Pokemon Red and Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, it was garbage. Oh, Pokemon Yellow. That was the biggest scam of all time.
No, that was fan service.
That was that was oh, let me give the same game, no effort involved, and make
But you
twice the
got all
money.
of your favorites. You followed the whole entire anime. You got your Charmander, you got your Squirtle, you got your Bulbasaur, you got your Eevee, your Lapras, you got everything just handed to you. So it's
Yes.
just like your Ash.
Well, um, we talked about the anime.
hmm
We
How'd you
talked.
like the movies? I only watched, I think, the first two. How'd you like them though?
Did you watch Detective Pikachu with Ryan
Oh yes,
Reynolds?
I did watch Detective Pikachu.
I wish there was more Ryan Reynolds in it. It should have just been Ryan Reynolds dressed as Pikachu. You know what I mean?
I don't
Like
know.
I think that would have been a more entertaining movie for
Uh,
me. Okay, first of all, okay, to my viewers, can someone explain to me what the hell Pokemon Snap is? Is that literally just you walking around taking pictures of Pokemon?
I think that is me
That
to grab.
is garbage.
I never understood
Who
when it
is
originally came
approving this? And also, who is giving Pokemon their money to let them keep producing this? Like, because like when they advertise, I'm like, is this literally just you walking around taking a picture? Like I didn't understand. Someone explain Pokemon Snap to me in the comments below,
out.
please, because I don't understand that. Um, but yeah. Okay, sorry. Let's recap. So Pokemon Red and Blue, Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Anime. We talked about Black and White having
Cool.
yes. Okay, that's another thing too. Is like stop with the remakes. It's like I just wish like remember on Nintendo DS like the virtual console where you could play the original Red and Blue and
Mhm.
like other like even Silver and Crystal and stuff. It's like give me that on my Switch. Like I want to play the original Black and I want to play the original Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I'm not gonna like you can't buy that game anymore, and I don't have like a Nintendo or Game Boy Advance or whatever. So I wish they would just give me the original. Whereas like I know I can download it and play it on my computer like
Mhm.
in the ROM and emulator, but it's like I would gladly give money, not feel cheated if you just gave me the exact port of the original game. Um, yes. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. And not to, I don't want people to think that like we're not fans of Pokemon because like we grew up on Pokemon, we love Pokemon. But can we just say, what is this nonsense about you have to trade Pokemon, got to catch them all, but you can't catch them all. You need your friend to catch them all for you. And and not even that, it's like I don't if there's any Pokemon like Red and Blue players, anything before any players before breeding was a thing in Pokemon. How would you fill your Pokedex? Because even if I traded with you, I can trade like Caterpie for Weedle, but like I would have to trade your starter for my you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
not like I have to trade like your starter at the beginning and then evolve it like twice to get it to its final evolution. I also have my you know what I mean? So it's like
I feel like
how
you
would
would have
you
to, someone would have to start probably as a throwaway game, give it to you, do it again. But also, you can have multiple Pokemon games going on too. That was also
no
in
no
the
you
original.
could you only it was only ever one save file.
No, that's what I'm saying. You couldn't.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, that's what I'm saying though. Like you had to get a friend. Not that we had this going on, but
Yes.
you had to have a friend. I assume with the throwaway count, and they can't have a real game going on because you can't have a real game that you keep restarting. Like,
Yeah, okay. Also, not to throw the twist, but again, like if I'm talking out like live, just like call me out in the comments. But I don't think you could trade right away. I feel like you had to get like somewhat far before you could start trading.
but
Like
that's
maybe the first gym badge. But then what I'm saying is that your starter, you would have to not evolve it till a certain point.
so someone could have that of unevolved.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well,
So what then it
have
wasn't
you
like
ever?
okay, but then like I start new game, get my Pokemon, and then trade it to my friend. It's like get new game, spend like 30 minutes, and then I can trade it. So it's like it's not quite a throwaway, like it's still a little bit of investment. So yeah, like talk about that scandal, like that, I can't believe that people actually finished their Pokedex, like when with
I
the
don't believe
original.
anyone did. That's Game Shark. That is not.
Well, yeah,
Remember how you battled Ash at one point?
I think that's in Let's Go or you battle
No,
Red, whatever.
in
No.
like it was in like gold, I think, or so,
Oh yes. In Gold and Silver, you battle
at the very end.
the rival from Red and Blue, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the protagonist, yeah. Okay, so Focus. Stop going on tangents. Let's focus. So we talked about red, blue, yellow. We talked about the games. We talked about the trading card. We talked about the anime. Neither one of us is qualified to talk about the anime. We talked about the
I'm
movie.
qualified to talk about
Oh,
the first series.
actually, but like, okay, we skipped over the movies, but we also have to wrap up too. I did really enjoy the first movie, U2 Strikes Back. I did not enjoy. Did you watch the remake, like the CGI
No.
mess that was? So I did watch the remake because I was like, oh, I love the original. And
Mhm.
also, remember M2M? Don't Say You Love Me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good. But I remember actually crying at the like when Ash got like turned like when he
When
got
Pikachu is
yes, and
crying.
they all start crying. I was just like, oh my god. But like I did okay. I'm not gonna completely crap on the remake or the yeah like the CGI thing,
Mhm.
but it just wasn't quite the same. Where I was like, oh, like I'm too distracted by this hot mess of CGI that I'm not into it. Where for some reason the cartoon I was more sympathetic to it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I didn't grow up on CGI, so like CGI is still kind of like jarring to me. But yes, um, I've watched a few of the
That
other
was a good
movies.
movie. That I
Yeah,
liked the first one. It was great. I like the second one too. Um, I just remember where it was like the world will turn to ash. That was the prophecy, and it turned out Ash was Ash. I thought that was great.
okay.
As a kid,
Oh, was that
that
was was
blew
that was
my
was
mind.
that with Lugia?
Oh, I think it was. I think it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It must have been.
Mm.
And it was like, yeah.
Yes, I remember. I can remember the poster and I can remember clips of the movie, but I can't tell you a single thing about the plot. But
No,
I do remember that quote too. Yes,
I just like I was in the movie theater. I was like, I
like
gasped.
yes. You know, we should watch the movie. Oh, yeah, that's right too. It's like, okay, to all my Canadian listeners, there's Pokemon Journeys, which is happening right now on Netflix in the US. Like that's the latest series. But Canadians can't watch it on Netflix, even though it's like a Netflix original. We have to watch it on Teletoon, and I don't watch Teletoon, and also Teletoon's not even on demand, so it's like I can watch it on demand, like later. It's like,
Mhm.
but apparently the newest series is really good because they revisit all of their previous towns like Kanto, Johto, the Orange Islands and everything, and they're catching like legendaries and like it's like him and this other guy like the two of them and they're not incompetent like they're both like you know like they're catching uh Sukin like the horse
Oh
the
yeah.
dogs um so yeah, it's supposed to be really good, but I haven't watched it. But
Hmm.
yes. Okay, so we talked about the anime, movies, trading cards. What else is there?
I think that's it. Beyond,
We covered it.
yeah,
Okay,
we did it.
so guys, you may not have known Pokemon before, and even after listening to this, you may also be like, "What the hell did I just listen to? I know less about Pokemon than when we started." But in all fairness, that's kind of the point of this podcast is to like have you ask questions so you can find out the things you don't know. Because I don't know, you don't know, and together we now know something new. I think guys, if you just re-listen to this and just take like maybe like one or two lines and just let that be your takeaway from this. Because if you listen to this from start to finish, you're gonna be like, I have no idea where this conversation's going. Um, but yes, all we're trying to say is Pokemon is cool. And it not without its faults, but it is a moment, an icon, an event, a time, an era. It's an era.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Good. So what I'm trying to say is that if you didn't know Pokemon, well now you know. Or not. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks everyone. Bye. I did beat Jeff in chess, and I think he was upset about it. But but he hasn't played chess, and like I told him that I know the moves, but I haven't really played.
Yeah.
But I think he was just surprised that I beat him. But I wish I took a picture and posted it. But
Mhm.
I guess I'll just have to beat him again. Also, that's one of Jeff's feedback with me. Is like he's like, when you tell a story, you go on a tangent, and then it's like, and I don't remember what the original point of the story is. I'm like, but it all ties in together, and then it comes into a conclusion. So I'm sorry
It
to
was
my
all about the
viewers.
journey all along.
I'm sorry to my viewers if you've got lost, but